Anong kalokohan ito? Anong gustong sabihin ng IBP sa sambayanan?
If you have someone who deliberately, goes out of his way to make sure that, due process is violated, is not observed, then I have a problem with that. Hindi dapat yata na manatili yung award, no? Kay
Yeah,
Duterte
yeah.
kasi nga he is the exact opposite of what you want other people to follow.
Nung binigyan ng Integrated Bar of the Philippines or IBP, si dating Pangulong Duterte ng tinatawag nilang Golden Pillar of the Law Award, siyempre maraming umalma. Isa na ako dun. Ah, ang paliwanag ng IBP tungkol sa award na to ay ito daw ay binibigay sa mga abogado na membro ng IBP na mahigit na 50 taon na o mahigit na nagsisilbi bilang abogado. Wala daw itong sinasabing kumbaga judgment o tawag ito pag-extol ng kalidad ng abogado na yan, although ang nakalagay sa plake ay ito. In grateful recognition of 50 years of distinguished and dedicated service in the legal profession, upholding the ideals of justice, integrity, and the rule of law, whether in private practice or public service. Your unwavering commitment and invaluable contribution stand as a pillar of inspiration to the legal community. Ito yung nakalagay doon sa plake na binigay kay dating Pangulong Duterte at sa mga marami pang mga abogado na miyembro ng IBP na mahigit 50 years ng membro. Ano. Ang paliwanag ng IBP, para lang daw yun sa longevity lang daw yun na award. Para tipong, okay, naka 50 years ka, nagbabayad ka ng dues mo, dapat may award ka. Pero siyempre, dahil nga doon sa nakalagay doon sa inscription doon sa plake, iba yung sinasabi doon. Ano? Kaya maraming umalma. Kaya maraming nagsasabing, ano ba itong IBP? Tone deaf? Alam ba itong pinagsasabi nito? Nakalimutan na ba niya kung ano yung ginawa ni dating Pangulong Duterte noon nung siya ay presidente? Naalala nyo, libo-libo ang pinagpapatay doon sa drug war ni Duterte at siya na mismo ang ilang beses na niyang sinabi sa media, sa publiko, sa mga speeches niya na you know, kahit na baluktutin nyo ang batas, ay gawin nyo para lang merong mapanagot itong mga drug users na to, mga drug addict na to. May mga sinasabi pa nga siya dati na kung wala kayong pruweba na nanlaban yung pinatay nyo na allegedly drug user, mag-imbento kayo ng pruweba. So ang nangyari doon, ang daming mga police, law enforcers na nag-imbento talaga ng mga pruweba, baril, mga ebidensya katulad ng mga droga. No? Ito ay dahil sinabi ni Duterte na isang abogado, okay, dating piskalya at isang abogado. At ito ngayon, binibigyan siya ng award ng IBP. Anong kalokohan ito? Anong gustong sabihin ng IBP sa sambayanan? Para sagutin ang mga tanong na yan, kasama natin sa umagang ito si Attorney Ted Te. Siya ay dating spokesman ng Supreme Court. At ngayon ay siya ngayon ang National Secretary General ng Free Legal Assistance Group. Isa itong human rights group ng mga abogado na pinaglalaban ang karapatan ng mga biktima ng human rights abuses. Ted, magandang umaga and thanks for coming on board.
Magandang umaga, Kaloy.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you here. Before we move on, by the way, congratulations sa launching ng libro nyo kahapon, The Frontliners. Tama? O Frontrunners, was it?
Yes, frontliners for human rights, yes. That's right.
Frontliners for Human Rights. I heard well attended and the launching of the book, I think couldn't have come at a better time. Can you tell us a sentence or two about what happened last night?
Salamat Kaloy. Yeah, it was actually it was a good crowd considering that it was reset, no? Dahil nagpagyo. But good crowd of of course flag members, flag clients and supporters, who were there, as well as a few students from the UP kasi we held it in the College of Law. The dean herself was there, and so it was a good time to catch up, reminisce, hear stories. Malu Mangaha spoke on behalf of the clients, kasi she was also a client of Flag before. She also was the head editor of the book, just to
Okay.
keep us honest. Kasi nga
Yeah.
sabi namin, puro kami abogado, baka, we need someone who's really a little bit more objective and who also knows how to write
Yeah, that's true.
to keep us honest. So Malu is basically the one who, looked through
Yeah.
everything.
You couldn't find a more rigorous editor than Malu.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm sure during the event may mga kwentuhan, chikahan kayo about all this the stuff that we're going to talk about, the IBP award for
Yeah,
the Golden Pillar Award,
yes,
not just
definitely,
for
definitely.
not just for Duterte, by the way, but for a lot of IBP members who passed 50
Yeah.
years old. No? So tell me a little bit about what's the legal community thinking about the IBP award for Duterte.
Well, I think the first thing is that a lot of us were surprised na may ganung award. So,
Oh,
I mean, I had never heard of it until it came out, no. But then, okay, I figured, and then because some of our members, no, Judge Men Paredes is a flag member, no,
oh
and some
yeah,
of our members were also awarded, no. So, syempre natuwa naman kami for them kasi it is basically for us a recognition of the work that they did, no, over the years, no. Bihira yung makaabot ka ng 50 years of service as a lawyer, no. So, that's why sa amin, sa tingin namin, karapat-dapat naman talaga na mabigyan sila ng karangalan, no? And then this issue came up, no? Na parang, bakit kasama si Duterte dyan, no? Kasi nga, sa tingin namin, when you give someone an award, no? You actually are holding up that person, saying, ito, karapat-dapat niyong tularan, no? This is an
yeah.
example of someone who is worth emulating, no? That's the essence of an award.
Yeah.
Otherwise, let's give everyone an award.
But
Kasi kung
quickly,
kung
Ted,
ganun lang, edi wag na, di ba?
yeah.
Oo.
Quickly, Ted, ang
Yeah.
sinabi ng IBP naman, this is was just a longevity award and things like that, which kind of fell flat because sa inscription
Yeah.
mismo ng award,
Yeah.
napaka-lofty nung mga
Yes.
sinabi doon.
And because that is initially what we thought, no? Na okay, baka nga longevity. But because of the text, no, of the inscription, mukhang hindi kasi if they meant what they said in the text, then it means something, no? And then because of the controversy nga, lumabas na nga yung award na pati si Duterte ay sinama. We started asking our awardees in flag, no? Iba-ibang region eh. Merong
Mhm.
nasa Baguio, merong nasa Butuan, merong nasa Cebu, no? And we said, tingnan nyo nga yung inscription nyo. Pareho ba nung sa Davao? And so some of the inscriptions were a little different, no? So that told us, meron palang discretion to say what you wanted to say about the award, no? So it's not just the typical participation award, di ba? Kasi alam naman natin, at mag-attend tayo ng kung ano man yon, meron tayong lahat certificate of appreciation. And
Or
that
loyalty
basically,
awards, mga ganon.
loyalty award, right? O certificate of participation, nag-attend ka nito, tapos na, di ba?
Yeah.
But that doesn't single you out. It doesn't say, ito, special to kasi, hindi lang siya participation, no? For example, no? So, that's when we started saying, sandali lang, no? And then, of course, nung pinag-usapan nga among ourselves, including the awardees, no? So, Judge Menmen decided, no,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to return the award, no? Kasi nga, dun, as he said, no, so eloquently in his letter, insulto to, di ba?
Yeah.
So basically, that's where we were, no, at that
Yeah.
time. And then, but again, the first reaction really was surprised. Na, may ganung award pala.
Yeah.
Pangalawa, yun nga, nung dumating na yung news na, sandali, pati si Duterte sinama, sandali lang, no?
Mhm.
And then siguro one other thing is that, of course, we asked around, no, friends, no, na, sige, dun ba sa region nyo, anong ginawa nyo, no? Some of them actually said, no, na in their regions, pinag-usapan daw, there were certain names that were mentioned in the region and they decided, hindi, wag natin bigay dyan. So, may discretion. It's not as if humingi ng listahan yung IBP at sabi mo sa akin, sino yung above 50 at buhay pa, bigyan natin ng award.
Well, that's what I thought.
It was may recommendation. May discretion naman parati ang region, no? May discretion naman parati kasi nga the essence of an award really is that you want to single this person or these persons out, no? And so while by and large, no, of course, sa flag, no, yung mga awardees namin, tingin namin karapat-dapat talaga sila, no?
Yeah.
Hindi lamang dahil sa umabot sila ng 50, no, 50 years of serving as a lawyer, but because they went beyond, no? They were above and beyond being just a lawyer who has served 50 years, no? At buhay pa, no?
Yeah.
Siguro naman sa tingin namin gano'n. And kaya when we talked about it, parang hindi dapat yata na manatili yung award, no? Kay
Yeah,
Duterte.
yeah.
Kasi nga, he is the exact opposite of what we want other people to follow, di ba? So, yun yung sa
Let's
tingin namin.
yeah. Let's tackle that a little bit. But before we move on, Ted, I'd just like to remind people that itong membership sa IBP is required by law, right? Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's
So
required. The IBP is, what I like to call the largest closed shop, no? Alam natin sa labor, yung closed shop is, you are required to join a union and you cannot work until and unless you remain a member of the union. That's
yeah.
basically what the IPP is. It's a closed shop for lawyers. No, it's the largest closed shop for lawyers.
Parang
Because
accreditation
as soon
na
as
siya group.
Yeah, as soon as you pass the bar, no, ang kasunod na oath taking mo, as soon as you take your oath as a lawyer, ang kasunod nun is pipirma ka sa IBP at
Okay.
mag-umpisa ka magbayad ng dues, no? So hindi lang siya libreng close shop, nagbabayad kami ng dues to remain.
And there's no
in
way
the-
out
in
of
the-
that.
Well, you can, but you cannot practice law.
Oh, well, that's the thing.
Kasi yun yung essence na yun yung when you stop paying dues, you cease to become a member in good standing.
Yeah.
When you say I do not want to be part of the IBP, then you cannot practice because hahanapan ka ng resibo na nagbayad ka ng dues sa IBP eh. Pag nagpirma ka ng pleading, kasama yun.
Kasama
no?
yun.
So
Yeah.
that's the mandatoriness. Kaya nga tawag ko close shop eh.
Close
Close
shop,
shop siya
yeah.
ng abogado eh. So,
Let's talk about
that's a
Ted,
good
yung
reminder. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
The fundamental defect of the award from your view, and in the context, of course, of Duterte and the stuff that he did when he was president. I mean, let's go through that a little bit para lang maintindihan ng mga kababayan natin na we're not just babbling about this here just because we don't like him. That there's actually a basis for this opposition, for this call, for this clamor to for the IBP to rescind the award. Sa atin, between us, alam naman natin yun. But can you walk us through a little bit about the main arguments about why the ABB shouldn't have given Duterte this award?
Well, first, the text of it says it all, right? Integrity, all of those things, all the lofty words that were mentioned in the award, no? Sa tingin natin, when he was president, no, he excelled in bringing disrepute to us, no, because of his so-called war on illegal drugs, no. At recorded na yan in history, no.
Yeah.
Nasa ICC siya, no, charged with 3 counts of murder as a crime against humanity, no. And then, of course, if we want to go back to his record, no, in terms of being a lawyer, no, well, he was a prosecutor, but he didn't stay long as a prosecutor because most of his professional life he was in politics.
Yeah.
Right. So even if you were to look at the merits, no, of the award, no, not just the longevity, no, in longevity, consider natin sa kanya yun, definitely beyond 50 years siya. But even if you to look at the merits, no, it is barely scraping the minimum as it were, no. Kumbaga wala siyang pinagkaiba dun sa yung ordinary person who meets the minimum, no, basic substantial compliance. But ang sa akin kasi is the essence na of the award is that when you single someone out from all the rest, no, you are actually holding that person out for emulation, no.
Yeah.
You're saying dapat tularan ito, ito ang dapat maging example ng isang, ang tawag nga nila sa award, pillar, no?
Yeah.
Haligi, no? Haligi.
Gintong
ng
haligi.
IBP. Gintong haligi, no? So, sa akin, yung haligi dapat matibay. Yung haligi dapat matatag, no? And you cannot build, no, on values that are not worth emulating, no? So, yun yung sa tingin ko eh. That's the basic ano. And of course, uh you know, the petition that was initiated by retired Justice Carpio in change.org actually says everything, no?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
of course, doon na nilista niya lahat, no? And that goes directly into the heart and the meat of the argument, no?
yeah. Just
For me,
yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead,
sa
go
akin
ahead.
siguro, Kaloy, it is not simply an indictment, no, of Duterte as being unworthy of the award. It is more importantly a reflection of the IBP. Kasi kung ang response ng IBP as it is now, no, nagdo-double down sila. At sinasabi nga, no, no, no. We will just do better the next time, no? Kasi
Yeah,
ayaw nga bawiin. What does that say about IBP and how it views lawyers, no? Dahil nandun na yan sa pananaw nila na pag ito pala ginawa mo, dapat ka bigyan ng award,
yeah,
right? So yun that goes to the very core, no?
yeah.
And so
That's
because the IPP is also important in relation to legal education dahil yun yung kailangan mong gawin eh.
mm-hmm.
Kung law student ka ngayon, kailangan aralin mo yung IBP kasi doon ka papasok. Close
Yeah.
shop nga eh. Eventually, doon ka magiging membro eh. No?
Yeah.
Anong sinasabi nun sa mga estudyante ng batas? No? First year law student takes up our legal ethics. No? First year subject yan. No? At tinuturo yan sa mga estudyante, huwag mong gawin to, huwag mong gawin to. Pag ginawa mo to, madidisbar ka. No? At ito yung IBP, sinasabi niya, etong taong ito ay ganito. No?
Yeah.
At pero, dapat yung tularan kasi gintong haligi siya. No? Nandyan na ako na, okay, sabi nila, presumption of innocence. Wala namang pinag-uusapan na hindi siya gagawaran ng due process eh. Pero tingnan din natin kung ano yung pananaw niya sa due process nung kapanahunan niya bilang presidente. No? At dala-dala niya yon bilang hindi na maaaring ihiwalay na hindi naman ako nagiging abogado nun. Then paulit-ulit naman sinasabi niya at the time, abogado ako. Alam ko yung ginagawa ko. No?
And
So,
just
hindi
to
na
add,
pwedeng ihiwalay yun eh.
yeah, just to add to that, I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong about this, I think siya na yung pinakamalalang presidente na abogado na nag-undermine talaga ng rule of law. Not just in the issuances that he ordered during his presidency, but even sa public pronouncement. Nalala mo, yung sinasabi niya dati na sa mga kapulisan at law enforcers na, pag nakita niyo wala kayong pruweba na nanlaban, mag-imbento kayo ng pruweba.
Yeah.
I mean, gawain ba ng abogado yan? Parang ganun.
Yeah. At hindi lang yun, Kaloy, no? After Marcos, he was the first lawyer as president. Kasi hindi naman abogado si Cory, hindi abogado si FVR, hindi abogado si ERAP, hindi rin abogado si Gloria, hindi abogado si Pinoy, no? He's the first lawyer to become president after Marcos Sr., no? So, imagine mo yun, no? Ito yung distinction niya na presidente siya ng Pilipinas at abogado, no?
Yeah.
At hindi na pwedeng ihiwalay yun sa identity niya, no? So, yun yung, that is what really parang gets me, no? Na ito na nga yung organisasyon namin, no? Kumbaga, wala na nga kaming choice kundi sumama sa organisasyon na to. Sana naman, bigyan na kami ng, magandang halimbawa doon sa paggawad niya ng karangalan. Hindi nga ito na nga, nagreklamo na nga yung ibang abogado at ang sagot lang ng IBP, hindi, wala kami magawa kasi nirekomenda
Yeah.
Sa akin, the award was signed by the national president. And I'd like to believe that the national president will not just sign anything that is given. Diba? Siguro naman pinag-usapan nila yon. At siguro naman, kung ikaw naman ay isipin sandali lang, ito ba'y makakabuti pag binigay natin yung award na to? Diba? So, alam mo yung ganon, may repercussions beyond it. That's why I say, it also reflects on how the IBP views lawyers, no? Not just at the award, but how it views lawyers, no?
That
ito ba
actually,
ang sinasabi ng IBP na dapat mong tularan na abogado?
Tularan, no? That actually brings me to my next question to you, Ted. No? But just to point out that Of course, obviously, hindi naman natin may expect ang lahat ng member ng IBP na maging katulad ng mga lawyers ng flag uh, or ng NUPL or what na talagang maging aktivista or progresibong lawyer. But the bare minimum nga ng pagiging abogado, at hindi naman ako abogado, is that panindigan mo kung ano yung mga code of ethics or mga ethics na
Mm.
pinanumpaan nyo, di ba? So, ang tanong ko sa iyo ngayon, Ted, is that ano ang pinapahiwatig nito sa mga abogado, whether progressive activista or not, but abogado in general or members ng IBP, in terms of practicing law that, for instance, responds to social justice issues or maging, again, hindi ko sinasabing maging activista ka necessarily, but
Mm. Mm.
yung mayroong kang ganong klaseng pananaw kasi 'di ba kayo nga sa inyo may mga, and I don't know if this is true in the Philippines, but certainly I've seen enough legal dramas on TV to know that merong nilalaan minsan ng mga ilang oras ng mga pagserbisyo nyo para gawing pro bono services, 'di ba? At yun ay minsan ay ginagamit niyo ng mga abogado to do stuff that they don't normally do sa corporate or
Mm.
whatever, no? So ito, ano tingin mo ang magiging ano nito? Anong sinasabi ng IBP sa mga abogado na okay lang na hindi na tumingin sa mga issues na ganito, or
Yeah,
mag-tackle ng mga ganito?
that precisely what it does, Kaloy, na yun nga, it really sends a wrong signal more than anything else. Kasi hindi naman illegal yung award eh. But it's really tone deaf, no? It's really insensitive, no? And as Judge Menmen points out in his letter, no, it's an insult, no, to lawyers who are, again, hindi ko sinasabi na tama ka na, hindi namin sinasabi, lahat kayo dapat maging aktivista, lahat kayo dapat pumasok sa ganitong trabaho na pro bono. You can be a lawyer who really does his or her job well, very professionally, to the best of your capability, no? At, you can be a totally obscure lawyer. But the important thing here for me, Kaloy, is as a lawyer and as someone who teaches law, is that each lawyer takes an oath, no? At malinaw naman dun sa oath namin, whether yung lumang oath o yung bagong oath na tinatag nila noong 2022, no? Because there's a new lawyer's oath. That the role of a lawyer is really to do justice.
Yeah.
And of course, each lawyer will interpret that justice, no? Act that work towards justice differently based on your own circumstances, no? So, ito ba ang sinasabi ng IBP na pagtupad dun sa sinumpaan namin, no? Yun pa rin ang babagsakan ko na kasi hindi lang siya ordinary, working as a lawyer. We are lawyers because we took the oath, right? At meron kaming sinumpaan at ito yung sinasabi namin na gagawin namin. At nagiging batayan yan, no, ng Supreme Court sa pagdisiplina ng abogado na maaaring umabot ng disbarment kapag nilabag mo yung oath mo, nilabag mo yung ethics ng trabaho namin, no? So, ito ba ang sinasabi ng
Mhm.
IBP? So, babalik ako dun na
Yeah.
ito ba yung example na gusto nyo, no? Maaari mong sabihin, Ted, isa lang naman yan sa daang abogado. Nandyan na ako. Pero, he's not, again, no? He's not just an ordinary person, no? He became the president of the Philippines. He was a lawyer when he was president. And, no, the record is spelled out in the ICC records now, no? Na alam na ng buong mundo ang pinag-uusapan natin kapag binanggit yung pangalan niya, no?
Yeah.
Ito ba ang hino-hold out nyo, no?
Yeah.
Na tumupad dun sa pinanumpaan niya bilang abogado. Wala na ako dun sa tinupad sa pinanumpaan niya bilang pangulo. Iba pa yun. Ibang bagay yun, no?
Yeah.
Pero dun sa pinunumpaan na niya bilang abogado, no? Kaya paulit-ulit ko sinasabi every time, I have students who take the bar and about to pass the bar. Sabi ko, ang pinaka-importante dito, pag pumasa kayo ng bar, kahit anong klaseng abogado gusto niyo maging, no? Basahin niyo yung oath, basahin niyo yung pinanumpaan natin lahat, at subukan yung tuparin yung bawat salita doon, no?
Yeah.
And hindi ko sinasabi na maaaring gawin lang, no, perfecto tayo. Wala namang perfecto sa atin. The important thing is we try to live out that oath, every word of that oath. And if you are able to try, even though we fail many times, because all of us are human, then that's fine, no?
That's fine.
But if you have someone who deliberately, goes out of his way to make sure that, due process is violated, is not observed, then I have a problem with that, no?
Yeah.
Kasi hindi naman ibig sabihin lang doon na incidental, no?
Yeah.
Pattern ang nangyari no? Pattern ang
Malinaw.
nangyari over a period of years. So
Yeah,
hindi katanggap-tanggap 'yon.
Yeah. Actually, idagdag ko lang din, Ted, no? Susog ko dyan sa punto mong yan na, at a time when, a lot of human rights abuses are being committed, and a time also when lawyers who take the cudgels for the victims of human rights abuses are being targeted. I mean,
Yes, exactly.
this type of extolling by the IBP of the main perpetrator of these abuses really, I mean, it's beyond offensive as far as I'm concerned. I mean,
Yeah.
it's I don't have the words for it, pero yung sinasabi ko na tipong, okay, we're not in normal times. We are
Yeah.
at a time when karamihan, yung mga abogado na lang, yung huling tawag dito, pinupuntahan or huling, ang tawag doon, well, for lack of a better word, pillar na pwedeng sandalan ng mga biktima ng human rights. I mean, I'm reminded of the case of Miles Albasin, for instance. Sina Tony Lavina,
Exactly.
si Carlos
Exactly,
Sarate.
yeah. 7 years.
Sila yung talagang nagtulak. Yung mga kaso din ninyo. Ang dami yung kaso sa Rappler kay Maria Ressa na under circumstances na katulad nung from 2016 up to 2022 nung panahon ni Duterte, maraming titiklop na abogado sa mga ganyan. But marami sa inyo din ang talagang tumindig, tumayo, na labanan ito. So, ito yung isang talagang nakapanghihina sa akin na okay, ito na, ang hirap-hirap na maging abogado, maging human rights defender, di dadagdagan nyo pa ng ganito.
Yeah, I mean, tama ka Kaloy kasi nandyan na yung even yung mga ating mga PAW lawyers, no? Napakaraming mahusay na PAW lawyers. Napakaraming PAW lawyers who are really very professional in doing their jobs, no? And their job is actually thankless, no? They're overburdened, but in terms of the pay that they're getting, they get the pay of a government employee based on their salary grade, no? And so again, what message are you sending, no? Ito yung mga dumidepensa, ito yung mga required na tumindig para dun sa mga inaapi, no? At many of them are those affected by the drug war, no? So, ito yung mga hindi natin nababasa, hindi natin naririnig. They are those who are in the regions standing up in court, no? Defending people who have been targeted, no? Helping people who have been targeted. Nandiyan na ako sa the small, practitioner in the region, no? Who is trying to make ends meet and trying to do an honest living, right? Practicing law, observing the oath, no, following the canons of legal ethics, no, and just doing their job, no. At ano yung sinasabi ng IBP dito sa mga abogadong ito, no? Ako tingin ko minority kami yung mga maiingay. Minority kami. There are a lot of good lawyers, very professional, and they just want to do their job to the best of their ability. No? What's the message that they're trying to send? Okay lang maging ganito? Kasi bibigyan ka namin ng award pag ganito ginawa mo. Di ba? Ang hirap Ang hirap tanggapin
That's true. Well, I hope the IBP realizes its shortcoming in this one and do something about it. Siyempre, nasa kamay nila lahat yan and
yes,
they will act on, I suppose, their conscience. But if they know what's good for the profession, they should rescind that award and make I think a stronger commitment for victims of human rights abuses and social justice issues. Kasi I mean, it's not hindi naman again, sabi na natin, hindi mo naman kailangan maging aktivista para maging maging abogado ka na para sa mga nagigipit. Pero yun nga. But anyway, Ted, unless meron ka pang gustong idagdag na hindi mo pa nasabi.
I'm okay.
We're good. Okay. Salamat ng marami, Attorney Ted Te, National Secretary General ng Free Legal Assistance Group. isa po itong grupo na noong panahon pa ng martial law ay binuo para mag-represent ng mga biktima ng human rights. At of course, dati ring tagapagsalita ng Supreme Court. Maraming salamat, Ted, at magandang umaga.
Thank you, Kaloy. Good morning.